think it's a game, but it is absolutely not, okay? This is the energy supplement from Just Move Supplements. That's right. It's damn near all gone, girl. And that's because I had to get that energy up so I can complete the workout, so I can give y'all this body, this transformation, get into it, okay? And I'm done working out now, so that's why we're moving on to the protein shake. Oh yes, it's already in there, girl. It's already made right here. This is the mixture of the banana pudding, the chocolate cake, and the buttercream cupcake. And you really want to be fancy, you can go ahead and add that blueberry muffin if that's what you want to do, girl. But for me, it's these three right here, okay? You put that with some almond milk, you mix it all up in honey, okay? Your muscles have gained life, new energy, agility. Get into it, okay? Just Move Supplements. Thank you very much. Hold up, Chief. Okay, don't forget about that TLC NutriBurst to get that multivitamin probably, because we all need a little extra. And child, if you want that sea moss that go down smooth, don't come up rough, okay? Get into the TLC Nautica sea moss. Yes, get that from me. And child, if your stomach hurt and you need to move some things around so you can be free, okay, go ahead and get that ISO tea down below in the description box. Get it all from me. Come on in, come on in, come on in, not come on in, not come. Sorry, y'all know I'm weird, whatever.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. So let's go ahead. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. Okay, follow me on Instagram and let's get into the video, right?
Hello? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? What's going on, girl? What's going on? Hi, everybody. Happy Friday. It's the weekend, baby. All right. And a lot is going on. A lot is going on, you guys. I felt like I needed to go ahead and come to y'all again. If y'all did not see us last night on the Ooh Ladies first panel, girl, I thought that show was I had planned that show to be all about the fashions from the Met Gala. And then Kevin Samuels happened and my show kind of had to shift. Okay. Oh, sorry. So I am definitely going to talk to you guys about Kevin Samuels' death. And I usually don't do this because I don't like to talk about sad things. But as a lot of women have said, I am Omarion. I am indifferent. I feel no ways. I, of course, feel like it's always sad when people die at early ages. To me, Kevin Samuels passing away at 57 is a sad thing for a man to pass so early. Okay. So I'm just going to say that. I also have seen that they're saying his mom, his lovely T. Okay, Kevin Samuels, a YouTuber who became known for his controversial relationship advice, has died. His mother confirmed to NBC News. Rumors of his death circulated yesterday. His mother, Beverly Samuels Birch, declined to release details about what happened. She said she learned of her son's death from social media. Excuse me, that was a terrible thing for social media to put that out. I didn't even know. I hadn't even been notified. She said in a phone call on Friday, all I'm doing for us. The Atlanta Police Department said officers were called to an apartment on East Paces Ferry Road Northeast on Thursday morning regarding a person injured. By the time police arrived, first responders were performing CPR on an unresponsive man later identified as Samuels. A woman in the apartment told officers that Samuels had complained about chest pains and that she attempted to help him, but he fell. The police report states. The woman called 911, as we told y'all last night. It was very much color purple. He, died on top of me type of situation is what it sounded like. The girl said he fell on top of her. Probably more so like they were in the middle of it and he passed. Like it sounds better to say, oh, he fell on me than to say we were in the middle of sex and he expired on top of me or started to have some type of issue on top of me. That shit is sad. Samuels was taken to Piedmont Hospital. Police said that when contacted Friday, the Fulton County Medical Examiner's Office said it could not be confirmed or denied. More details on Kevin Samuels per Atlanta police. A woman met Samuels and spent the night with him. And she ID'd him as Kevin Samuels. Samuels complained of chest pain, fell on top of her, and she called 911. Officials performed CPR. He was unresponsive. Okay, and I believe child, there's a damn net in here because it's rainy and wet outside. Ugh. And it's hot. Like, oh my God, why is it, y'all? We haven't had a fly like to annoy me in I don't know how long. That's how y'all know the summer is coming. The South, the summer. Anyway, I'm sorry. Back to Kevin Samuels. So, um, I do not find Kevin Samuels passing funny. Okay, I'm gonna say that because I feel like people, that's crass. I don't do that. But I think that I would be remiss if I did not mention some of the things that are being said, and some of those things are funny. Like the irony of the situation, you know what I'm saying? Like, no matter whether I agreed or because I mean, he didn't say all bad things. Like, it wasn't all bad. I honestly feel like Kevin was one of those clickbait people where they were talking real shit to you at one point and you weren't listening. So they decided to start saying outrageous, crazy shit in little clips so that they could bring more people over to them. Okay. And then in response to the negative criticism, you then do it more because it gets you more following, it gets you more attention. And I feel like, child, not see, this is what I'm talking about. Like, come on, bro. Like the movie reference, Mean and Surly, that is absolutely what it is giving. And let's not forget that when they buried that old man in Kingdom Come, his toes were pointed and they had to put ballet shoes on him because he, when he died, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not funny, but like, that's funny. Like, I'm sorry. So, like, yeah, those things, you know what I'm saying? Somebody was like, they did the Kiki Palmer, I don't know this man, you know what I'm saying? Like those types of things, I'm not even gonna lie. But I also feel like this is a moment for everybody to take heed to the fact that you don't get to be trash in life. And when I say trash, I mean you don't get to like incite mania amongst people and think that you're going to be remembered kindly. I think that a lot of people feel like people should be exalted in death. And I feel like people should only be exalted in death if they deserve it. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the things that Kevin said was problematic to me. And I think that it made it easier for men to validate their incel behavior and ideals. Even if Kevin was telling them that they needed to get their shit together, somehow his rhetoric still was spun to the world as, very misogynistic and toxic. Like, at the end of the day. And I think people are going to try to now understand it differently, i.e., Marlon Wayans coming out and saying, love him or hate him, he spoke his truth. We can view truth as hate, but sometimes his bold medicine didn't taste so sweet. And if you hate it, why tune in? Why call in? Because healing comes in many forms. His was some nasty ass tasting medicine. There's no right and wrong in this love shit. There's just discovery. I feel like that is a lie. There is absolutely right and wrong in this love shit. And I think that the more powerful of the sex in our social dynamic, which is the man, would say some shit like that. And that's why I find it problematic, because it's as if y'all find women that fit these negative stereotypes and use that as a way to not take accountability for the way y'all treat the women that are actually in your lives and actually walking around in the world. Like, there are always men commenting on my comments under any post with bullshit. Do you know why? Because they've been emboldened by men like Kevin Samuels and Fresh and Fit, that their ignorant opinion needs to be forced on women who they know don't agree with their mindset on things. Whatever I might have said, it happens to me all the time, y'all. And I feel like I once appreciated where men felt like if things needed to be said, it could be said when they needed to say it. But it doesn't need to be this catty arguing amongst people constantly. And to me, there has been a degradation in the integrity of men because of the rhetoric that Kevin Samuels liked to use as clickbait. Okay? Because I don't even think he 100% believed a lot of the things he would say, because it was very contradictory, some of the things I would hear. And then you would see the way he would come at these women online. And then y'all say shit like those women shouldn't have called in, as if it means the disrespect is okay. It means the callousness is okay. And so now in his death, y'all are asking for people to be soft-hearted about somebody that was not soft-hearted in life. And those things don't make sense to me. Okay? Those things do not make sense to me. So when Marlon decides out of all the things that he can comment on to comment on this, it makes me feel like this is what y'all tell on yourselves about the way y'all actually think. And even though a lot of y'all are acting like, this high value man, high, value woman shit y'all talk, it really, to me, boils down to you feeling like you should be able to have the cream of the crop of women. And because those women fit impossible, they can't fit these impossible standards, that makes your mistreatment of these women okay. That is what all of that shit sounds like to me. Y'all make women seem like they're less than when they are a certain weight, when they're a certain age, and all of this type of shit. And that's not to say that those things aren't reciprocated amongst the sex. Women have their feelings and attractions towards men as well. But we are not on top in this power dynamic. We are literally fighting for control of our bodies still. Today, we are all watching and absorbing content that is telling us that y'all are trying to turn America into Handmaid's Tale. It is scary as fuck out here for most of us women. So the idea that y'all can promote this, this balanced look at how men treat women and how women treat men, like it's always equal, it's not. And I don't like that. I really, really am not a fan of ignoring the reality of a situation so that you don't have to take accountability. And a lot of this rhetoric sounds like that to me. Okay? So let me continue on what Marlon said. Thank you for those you healed, and we forgive you if there were any damages because we know your intention was to heal. Really, Marlon? You know his intention was to heal? And Marlon, who are you forgiving on behalf of? Are you forgiving on behalf of the Black women that have been constantly disrespected because of this rhetoric? Is that what's happening? Because that feels really, really, really like the gall, the unmitigated gall of you to say that we forgive you if there were any damages. Because we know your intention was to heal. And honestly, fuck, you was hilarious. In this moment, I pray for you and your family and all those you've healed that can't call into your show. I hope you can heal more and reach more in heaven. Rest well. Appreciate you trying to hold on and express masculinity. Girl, let me tell you something. Girl, let me tell you something. Ain't nothing masculine about a man sitting on the phone talking shit to women all day. Ain't nothing masculine about a man sitting on the phone talking shit to women all day. But okay, Marlon, masculinity. I need y'all to define that for me. Now, I'm a proponent of accountability on all fronts. So like I said, there were things that I agreed with that Kevin would say at times. But because I feel like he was toxic in the way he promoted masculinity, I had no need. First of all, I don't need dating. I had a father, I had a mother, I had parents that showed me what relationships are supposed to look like. I have family members who are married. I don't need to go to a Kevin Samuels to help me with relationships. So you are absolutely right about how y'all talk about the women that will call into the show, because it's very much, why would you call in if you were so mean? Why would you call in if you were so disrespectful? Because women are used to being disrespected. Women are used to being mistreated and mishandled and manipulated and used. We are used to the treatment. That's why those women didn't mind calling into this show. Warped mentalities that are only made worse by the things that, like, even y'all, Marlon, really? Marlon, out of all of the things that you could have opened up your mouth about, Marlon, this is what you decided to open. Like, this was like such a passive aggressive like statement to make. You know what I'm saying? Like it's it's not that deep, but it's really that deep because I feel a way about the fact that y'all don't respect, Kevin Samuels for what he really was. Okay, y'all can act like this man was on some positive shit if y'all want to, but it never felt like that to me. And you are absolutely right. I never watched the whole video. I never watched the whole live. You know why? Because I have no interest. Because nothing about him speaks to the masculinity that I saw growing up in my father. Okay? Nothing about how this man carried himself spoke to that masculinity. And since I saw it in my own life, I did not need to see it promoted in such a vapid way by a man under low lighting. Okay. So I'm going to just go ahead and say that like that. Now, rest in peace to his soul because all souls are valuable. All souls are valuable. And yes, we have no idea how this man may have helped people in positive ways. But for us to now exalt him in death, because that's what we like to do, act like because somebody died they've now become Jesus and all of that type of shit. That's why I have a problem with religion, because religion fucks up y'all mindset for the way y'all handle people in life. Y'all often equate things to the way you see God. You know what I'm saying? And no, like everybody is not deserving of your prayers. Everybody isn't deserving of your grace. No. And everybody has the decision to decide who they give that to. They have a decision who they watch. They have a decision who they digest. And I feel like for a lot of people that felt like this, Kevin Samuels and the rhetoric that he would use at times was very dangerous to women. I feel like you have no right to tell those women that they should feel any way other than however they feel. Okay? And yes, it is very ironic that you would pass in this way when you often spoke about how, out of shape, unfit, over 35 women would die alone. And you end up dying like, Celie's daddy on The Color Purple on top of some young woman, po thing. Okay? I really feel bad for women that die with old ass niggas on top of them. That's sad to me. Okay? So yes, it is sad, but it is ironic. Okay. And there are a lot of people, that feel like this might be karma. There are a lot of people that feel like it may have been drugs, or somebody may have harmed him. Somebody, may have unalived him and it just looks a certain way. I don't know. They're saying the girl was Brittany Renner. Y'all think Brittany Renner was fucking Kevin Samuels? Ew. That's a sex tape I don't want to see. Whoa. But yeah, no, I absolutely feel like there is no need to rejoice in his death. No. But I do think that there's a need for people to be real with themselves and understand that doing things for clout is not good. Doing things for clout is not good. Like, y'all really think that you can promote negativity constantly and then live this fruitful, happy life. And you think you see people doing that, but you have no idea what's going on inside of people's heads and inside of their spirits. Okay? You have no idea. Because I remember somebody was saying, child karma ain't nothing. I see a whole bunch of, murderous people living great lives. It's like, you don't know what their lives are. You don't know who comes to see them at night. You don't know how many hours of sleep they get in a day. Okay. You have no idea what goes on with people who have decided to in some way sell a piece of themselves for clout or to get where they're trying to go. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that's what he did, but I'm saying that's what he did, so to speak. You can say what you want to say, but like, for instance, on Fox News, y'all know how the Republicans get up there and they spout certain ignorant rhetoric that no educated person should really be out there saying, but they know the ignorant people that watch them will never do their research, so they'll believe whatever they're being said because it's followed up behind the same angst and anger that they have because they're racist or because they're misogynistic or homophobic. As long as you spout the key words that those people like to hear, dog whistling, okay, they will listen to anything you say. And I feel like that is along the lines of what Kevin Samuels and a lot of these men like to do. And the Wayans brothers, as much as black people have upheld the Wayans brothers, we all know the type of men that most of them are. I'm not gonna say all of them, but we know most of them are the I'm gonna marry a white woman while still using black people, black women specifically, to, propel my career. They're them. They're them. So at the end of the day, does it surprise me? No, but then it's also like, Marlon, aren't you like up there somewhere? Why are you even down here on the internet with us? You know what I'm saying? And it's because even people that are up there, okay, high value mentality and spirit, is it really? I don't know. I don't know. You can take as many vitamins as you want to, but that don't mean your mental and your spirit is right. Okay. Oh Lord. I pray for all souls though. I pray for all souls. All right. And at the end of the day, it's all sad. But that's all I got to say about it, child. That's all I got to say about it. I don't wish no bad on him. Oh, and his mother. I am very sorry that his mom had to find out the way she did, but I also feel like that is a reflection of the times. We are no longer in a time period where the police can get to you before social media finds out and before they start posting about it. Like, and honestly, people waited, like people were talking about Kevin Samuels that morning, but we didn't really start seeing it posted on the blogs until that night. So if it took them 5 or 6 hours to contact somebody, like, what does that say? Like, I almost feel like, did they really have a hard time finding his mom? Because I feel like they must have had a hard time finding her. And y'all expect for social media to sit and wait to find out that the mom, they're not going to do that. That's unrealistic. People are not like people do not have the mental or the like they don't care about you. They don't care about your family. They don't care that y'all find out. And honestly, I feel like the way police not contact people, y'all need to be glad y'all find out however y'all find out, because it seems to me that recently it's, a lot of police, y'all don't like to go and tell black people when their family members have died. So to me, I feel like you need to be happy that you got contacted about this in any type of way, because some people, family members, be down to the morgue for weeks and don't know what the hell going on. End up getting their people in a box of ashes that they never asked for because the police don't care to inform the family when black people pass away. I guess the assumption that they don't have family if it's not in their cell phone. That's another thing. Y'all need to make sure y'all have, in case of emergency, to somebody in y'all phone. So if something happens, there's a person that can be contacted immediately for you. Okay, my daddy started doing that years ago, around the time when, not even social media, but just whenever cell phones started to get really big, my daddy would always say, put ICE behind whatever, behind me and your mama name and your phone. So if anything happens to you, they know who to call. And I do the same thing, with me and Lyric, now. So y'all need to do that, because they really will have y'all out here not knowing nothing about y'all family, depending on the type of police officer that, gets the case. I don't know. We don't have any real information on who the woman was. It's a lot of speculation. Um, all we really know is that there was a woman there and that he had a heart attack and they resuscitate, and apparently he was on arrival to the hospital. That's really all we know right now. But I'm sure his fandom will exalt him. I'm sure his fandom will continue to watch his videos and promote what he has going on. And then somebody will feel like they can take his space. And there'll be even more of this rhetoric. And they will use the fact that so many people have responded in this way, in this negative way, or they have responded with a lack of respect or care for Kevin. You know what I'm saying? They'll use that as a way to like promote promote what they have going on, you know um and at the end of the day, I just kind of feel like y'all really have got to stop letting people online get in y'all head like that. If it is not something that's of real value to your life, and I mean, if you using it in your real life and it's not work, cut it out. Because a lot of y'all, y'all follow Kevin Samuels, but y'all know good and goddamn well some of that shit y'all talk, y'all could not. I've heard so many women say how they have cut men off or stopped talking to a man or had to check somebody or, stop being friends with somebody because they have, repeated this same rhetoric. You know what I mean? But either way, y'all, peace to him, Lord. Peace to him, for the spirit and all. Okay. Peace to the spirit, y'all. And I hope that the family is, okay. All right. I hope, I'm praying for them and they spirit, because death is hard no matter what. But yes, it absolutely feels like the incels are lashing out. And I feel like y'all look for any reason to lash out at women. Like, y'all look for any reason to lash out at women, blame us, it's our fault, we suck. Child, we know. Leave us alone. And y'all just go be together. All of y'all, just leave us alone. Just go be together. Like, stop arguing with us. Stop commenting under our comments. Stop worrying about what we're doing. Stop telling us the type of women that we should be. If you can't find a woman that you find, acceptable for you, young man, guess what you should do? Go find a man that you find acceptable for you. Leave us alone. Stop trying to make us fit into the box that you want us to fit into so that it can be easy for you. Stop that. If you can't find a woman that already grooves with what you got going on, then please press on. Stop taking it, to hard like y'all do. That women don't want to submit to your way of life. It's the craziest thing to watch people have this angry response to not being able to control other adults. Because to me, that's what it all screams. I can't control women. I'm so upset. Because y'all have been able to do that for years, Like I said, Roe v. versus Wade, we're still fighting for just our basic right to control our own bodies. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's ridiculous. It's redamn ridiculous, Chocolate Soul, thank you for the super chat, my love. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. It was a long forehead ninja yesterday mad about Kevin Samuels passing and blaming black women for the broken families. I unsubscribed so fast. Child, listen. They didn't I say they was gonna use it as a way to push that rhetoric? Man ain't even in the ground yet, and y'all already, we're gonna just cozy into his spot. And we're going to pitch that rhetoric and we're going to use him to propel us. And we're going to be famous now too. Like, please know that they're going to have men out here doing that shit, sitting up there acting like y'all are, caring about Kevin Samuels in some real way. When really, a lot of y'all are going to be looking for your next, dick to ride. Y'all are going to be looking for the next one. And somebody is going to be looking for the clout to fill those shoes. And they're going to use all of this as a way to propel themselves forward. And, y'all are going to fall for it. Because that's what y'all do. But let's go ahead and move on to, less toxic things, I guess. Let's go ahead and talk about ASAP Rocky and Rihanna. You guys. Okay, so y'all know I don't really see it for ASAP Rocky because of things he said in the past. And him being with Rihanna may have made him slightly likable to me. You know what I'm saying? But I still was not interested. I wasn't. And I saw this and I was like, oh, well that's hood cute. He did a music video. Okay. And the music video, I think it's called DMB. I think that's what it was called. I'm probably, yeah, DMB. Y'all. At first I was like, I don't know how I like the song, but the video, y'all. Marry Me, I Do. Okay. So that was basically what was going on in the video. Like, just him showing hood life and falling in love with Rihanna and, Rihanna being that girl and, them getting engaged and it was just like a hood fairy tale type of video. And I loved it. I thought the video was like magical. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Like, I, as a photographer, as a videographer, I absolutely loved the video and it made me like the song. So let me see, because I don't want to get in trouble with these internets, okay? Because y'all know how YouTube be, okay? YouTube do not play about none of they shit, okay? They don't. But I kind of want y'all to just see like a snippet of it because I thought it was so fire. Like, I just want to show y'all a snippet. Hold up. Okay. Share this tab. Theater mode. Okay, y'all see it? Okay, I'm only gonna play it for a second. Okay. Okay. All right. That's just a little bit of it. But I I loved every minute of it. I watched it twice. Like I watched it twice. It was just beautiful, beautiful, well done, hood romantic type shit. I was all in my feelings watching it. I'm not even gonna lie. Like it was super duper cute. It almost had like a Kill Bill vibe to it at the end. So y'all should check it out on YouTube if y'all haven't. Yes, 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 yes. His creative direction. Mwah, absolutely, absolutely. It gave that. But it seemed as if, I don't know if that was for real, if they're going to really be engaged or not, if that's really happening. I mean, it makes sense. They got a baby and shit. But it was just super duper cute. So I wanted to tell y'all to check that out if y'all haven't already. On top of that, y'all know our girl Riri did not make it to the Met Gala this year, unfortunately, because we always love to see whatever she's gonna give. But the Met Gala decided to make a marble statue of Riri, and it's giving Queen of the Damned. Okay, it's giving Queen of the Damned, and I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. I think this was super dope. I think it is legendary. I think that she is deserving of it. I think the fact that it's the statue of her in her pregnancy, you know what I'm saying, with that gown on, and I feel like she is very much deserving, when it comes to just being an icon at such an early age. Like me and Rihanna are the same age. You know what I mean? Like that's crazy to me. Like Rihanna is a fucking icon and in fashion and music and business. And she just has such big dick energy. And even in this statue, because I remember the photo, the cover of the magazine that she did. I think that was Vogue, right? Yeah, I have that Vogue downstairs. It was just majesty. It was majesty. Love it. Okay. Love the marble statue. Shout out to Rihanna. I don't know a lot of Black people in this day and time that are being made into statues. You know what I'm saying? But I think that it's the dopest shit ever. Okay. Yes. And she's hood. Like she's unapologetically a Black girl, an island girl. And I love that. I love that about her. And I love that they did this. Okay. So let's go ahead and move on. Next topic, beach. Next topic. Um, where we at? Where we at? Where we at? Things that I actually want to talk about that I have not already talked about here. Okay. Did y'all see this with the Family Matters, y'all? Okay, listen. So, Neighborhood Talk is reporting Joy Marie Payton, one of the OG TV moms, is recalling an unusual incident that allegedly occurred on the Family Matters set. An interview she did with Entertainment Tonight, Payton opened up about her then co-star Jaleel White's alleged behavior while working on the series. She recalls an encounter with Jaleel White, who played Steve Urkel, that she claimed nearly turned physical. Y'all, I can't believe this. Like, y'all really think that I need Steve Urkel? I need Jaleel to comment. Okay, because Jaleel is on social media. After I finish reading this, I'm gonna see if he's in the comments. But anyway, Peyton shares there was one time he actually wanted to physically fight me. Recalling the season 9 episode Original Gangsta Dog. Y'all remember this episode, okay? The episode in question saw White doubling as Steve's gangster cousin OGD. There was a scene where I said, we can't do that. Standards and practices will not let that pass. It's not going to happen. He wanted to do it anyway. He was mad. He started kicking and screaming and stuff. She continued. He said something about she must want melee. I said, what's a melee? He said a fight. I turned around. If he want to fight, I would. Darius grabbed me. I was going to whip his behind. Looking back on the alleged incident, Peyton recognized that White was just a kid at the time and claims the adults played a role in White's behavior. I give some of those adults credit too, she said, letting him run wild and do whatever he wanted to do, thinking he can say what he wants to say, and hurt people's feelings and all of that. Child, I don't know why it feels like that's the same thing they were saying about that Aunt Viv would say about Will. Y'all, isn't that the same thing Aunt Viv would say about Will back in the day? Like, that they would, you give them all of this fame and this power. They're the head of the show. There are all these adults kind of working under them. And they talk to and handle these adults as if they're on their level because of their career. And it's just not, it's not that way. That's not what's going on. That's not what it's giving, girl. I could absolutely see it, but I also feel like even the way she described it, that boy probably was not trying to fight her. Like when he said she must want to fight, I think he probably meant she must want like a battle over this situation. I don't think Jaleel White actually wanted to physically fight her, but if he did, it wouldn't surprise me because like I said, if you're the head of a show, 90s, you're black, your show is one of the biggest shows not only on the network, but when you look back, Family Members is one of the biggest shows of all time as it pertains to how long it ran, fully black cast, and the viewership. Like TGIF was the shit when I was growing up because of Family Matters. Like we watched all of that shit, Boy Meets World and everything, so we could get to Family Matters. Okay. Um, Bow Wow's daughter is gonna grow up before him. That's hilarious. Yeah, because Jaleel definitely became the star over all those adults. He did, and it wasn't. Y'all know originally it wasn't supposed to be him. If y'all watched the very first season of Family Matters, he was just the annoying kid next door, and because he was so adorable and people liked him, they brought him in as a bigger character. But the show was originally supposed to be about the family, not about him. By the time we roll around to second season, then it's more about him and what he has going on and his relation to the family and all of that. And then him playing the other characters. So I personally feel like it probably was a little bit of his attitude, but also the people on the show feeling like he came over and took over. Yeah, I compared it to Will Smith because Aunt Viv said the same thing. Aunt Viv said back in the day she was going through a divorce. She was going through a lot, and Will was young, in charge of a show, and wanted to party and wanted to come in her room, like, come on, dance, dance, dance. And she was like, no, I don't feel like being by. I think there's a little bit of jealousy, yeah, but I also feel like there is an air that these young kids have with these older adults because they run the show. You know what I'm saying? The show is their show. So, yeah, you're an adult and you're someone that should have their respect, especially because you've been in this career longer than them. But ultimately, when they become the boss, they don't have that same respect factor and they're still young. They're still young. You know what I'm saying? So, I would like to see he's on the talk right now. That's so funny. Is he? I don't think he'll say anything about this. But I wish that he would. I follow him. I love Jaleel. I love Jaleel. Jaleel has a weed line that I damn it didn't get a chance to try when I was in LA. But yes, no, adults be very jealous of kids working on set, especially if they're the star of the show. Absolutely. Right. Will admits it now. I liked his apology. Yes. And we all appreciated when he apologized to Aunt Viv because it validated that Aunt Viv was absolutely right in the way she felt about him. And it's just that everybody else was in a place where they could acquiesce. You know what I'm saying? They could acquiesce to the feelings. Whereas, a lot of times black women, yeah, Steve Urkel has a weed line. If y'all, it's called Purple, yes, Purple Urkel. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, Purple Urkel. Um, the adults are the side. Yeah, they add to the story, but it's not about them. It's about him. He makes the show. So I definitely feel like it's a little bit both of those things. But I just thought that story was crazy. Also, I remember Jaleel White saying at that point, season 9, that's their last season, they kept, putting him in them tight ass pants. So this was probably his one chance to wear regular size clothes for his junk because he said it would be so uncomfortable. Like after a while, he was like, "Say, bro, I can't keep wearing these pants like this. Okay, it's hurting my dick." Okay, so just a little fun fact, just a little tea going on. All right. Okay, so here was another thing that I saw that I wanted to talk to you guys about. Y'all, I love when I can just save stories from my Instagram and do this and just pop them up and we talk. I love it. I love y'all. Before I get into this next post, can y'all do me a favor? Well, hold up. Will Smith prevented Countess Vaughn from becoming the Steve Urkel of FPBL. He knew she would have stole the show and people would want her back. I always thought of it that way. On Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Countess Vaughn. Where was Countess Vaughn on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? When did that happen? I missed that. Shit. I thought I knew all of the shit that Countess Vaughn was on at the time. But I know that's how Brandy, they feel like that's why Brandy and Countess Vaughn was beefed out when they were younger. Because that's what I'm saying. I don't think it's Countess. I think it's somebody else. But Tatiana Ali, like who are you talking about? It wasn't Countess Vaughn, child. But they did say that Brandy and Countess Vaughn had that same type of situation. Y'all, I feel like a lot of the times Brandy's mama like whispered those things in her ear. You know what I'm saying? Like instilled in her to be competitive and territorial in a way that she didn't have to be. Trip in the movie. I've never seen her on there. I don't remember her being on there. Um, I'm sorry, during the table read. Oh, okay, okay. So she was like auditioning for Fresh Prince of Bel-Air to be Ashley. And because they didn't want her to take over the show because she was so talented and funny and shit, like, oh, okay, okay, I got you. It was not in Brandy to be a me. I don't think so. I think Brandy is super duper quirky and like, kind of like an introverted extrovert type of person. And I feel like her mom instilled in her to be catty and be a mean girl, like saying things to her. And then she would then in fact say those things to other girls. You know what I'm saying? Like the shit she said to Kelly or her interactions with Countess. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it definitely feels like, you know, child and mamas. But anyway, y'all, let's move on to N.O.R.E. So y'all know N.O.R.E has been on several reality shows in the past year. He was on Marriage Boot Camp with N.O.R.E, and then he was on Love and Hip Hop Miami with N.O.R.E as well. Okay, their relationship is, the same old. He makes all of the money, makes all of the decisions, doesn't do anything in the home, doesn't help her, drinks all the time, doesn't even drive himself anywhere. And she wanted to have her own business. She wanted to feel supported because she feels like she supported him. And he wanted her to have another baby so he can make her ass stay at home and not focus on her business. Okay. This is what they said was going on in their relationship. Everybody thought that they were just playing it up for the cameras. I didn't like N.O.R.E when she tried to, encroach her, I'm sorry, y'all gonna be mad. Her light skin emotions, because she's not really light skin, she's Puerto Rican, but it very much gives, my skin is light and I'm about to cry. So feel bad for me. Like when she did that to Sheila. Y'all remember on Love and Hip Hop Miami, Sheila, what's your boy name? Fine, sexy self. Your boy wife was gonna have her retreats for black women. And Princess and N.O.R.E tried to bully Sheila into changing her mind about it. Okay. So, just keep all that in mind about the type of person that N.O.R.E is and N.O.R.E is, right? Just giving y'all a little backstory if y'all didn't know. He tweeted, I almost drank last night out of pure stress. I didn't because I realized that shouldn't be a go-to move and had no support to help me, just like always. 36 days sober, getting off the grid today. Okay, that's what Noriega, aka N.O.R.E, had to say. All right. Now, everybody was like, oh, that's so great. He's not drinking. And I'm like, so y'all missed the no support shade. Every time we've seen this man recently, it's been him and his wife. So the fact that he said he had no support, I was just kind of like, oh, so that's shade to N.O.R.E. That's shade to N.O.R.E. And then people were asking about Drink Champs. Like you saying you haven't been drinking, but your show is Champs. Now, there's always liquor around. I don't know if he's been drinking because look at him right here. He don't have nothing. He has glasses in front of him, but there's no alcohol in the glasses in front of him. His eyes don't look that red either. So I'm wondering, y'all know how niggas get down. Niggas smoke, you know what I'm saying? But look, his eyes don't look as red as they normally do. So maybe he is not drinking. Good for him. Because I feel like when I was watching him on Marriage Boot Camp and on Love and Hip Hop, I was like, he's gonna kill himself if he doesn't stop. You know what I'm saying? like the alcohol shit, like eventually it just starts to sit in your stomach and cause all types of issues with your dick and with your liver and your kidneys and all of those things. But yeah, so I wonder if they're going to be on the next season of Love and Hip Hop Miami. I wonder what's happening with that. But either way, I definitely picked that shit up as shade towards N.O.R.E. No support. You mean a woman that you was just saying does everything for you and she's not supporting you and not drinking? Like, I'm sorry, like that sounds like shade to your wife. Like, and they don't post their shit on social media like that, but I was wondering if anybody said anything. Let me see. Does Neri have an Instagram that I can go to? I don't know, because I wouldn't want to follow her. I don't want to look too hard. I don't want to look too hard for it. I think I'm gonna let it go. Yeah, I don't want to look too hard for it. I don't care that much. But yeah, he does look healthier. I'm happy for him, but I am wondering what's going on. What's going on? What's going on, Nori? What's going on? What's going on in that relationship? Okay, y'all had it all over social media, all over the shows and shit. So now I'm wondering. Okay, now I'm wondering. All right, y'all. So let's move on from there. Let's talk. Okay, hold up. I need to share my screen with you guys so y'all can see this post. Okay. So Benzino calls out Rock and Roll Hall of Fame after Eminem is inducted before any Black hip hop pioneers. So it was announced that Wednesday that Eminem would be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as part of the class of 2022. Responding to the announcement, Benzino, who has recently ended his beef with the Detroit rapper for the sake of Zeno's daughter, Coily Ray, the creator of The Source magazine, had some things to say about M making history before any Black hip hop pioneers. Taking to his Twitter, Benzino said, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is just like the Grammys. They have no respect for our culture, Black or hip hop, and if you don't agree, you're racist, period, point blank. In a follow-up tweet, which he has since deleted from his account, Benzino said, and I want to hear nothing from y'all Black rappers and fans. Y'all did this bullshit. Benzino been told y'all goofballs, replacing that tweet Benzino shared. So where is Nas, Eric B, and Rakim, Kumo D, EPMD, Fearless 4, Fat Boys, Lauryn Hill, Lil Kim, Outkast, and the hundreds of other Black rappers? He said, get the fuck out of here. Elsewhere, Benzino also spoke out on the recent controversy of the Supreme Court. We don't care about his opinions on that. I mean, I don't, I just don't care. I don't want to talk about that anymore because I said what the fuck I said. But that's not what this story is about. So Coily Ray, after he said all that, is defending Eminem. Okay, she said she shared a tweet. It says, I'm about love, equality, respect, and forgiveness. I have nothing against Eminem. 25 years of my life. All I know is he is a very talented artist and actor. 8 Mile was great. Let's build bridges and get over them before you burn the bridge and burn with it. Okay. So to me, it sounds like she is tired of her dad running his mouth on social media, and she wishes somebody would take it away from him. Okay. um of course, Benzino is one of the guys that pays for that pays for those things, and he doesn't have a problem saying it out loud. And I also feel like he's trying to endear himself to Black women, because I feel like he feels like maybe he's put his foot in his mouth a little bit too much as of late. Wanting to all be hate from the women, which is why he went on Candy's YouTube page. But either way, I agree with Benzino. I agree with Benzino. I always thought that it was nothing but racism that Eminem was the highest selling rapper of all time. I always thought it was nothing but racism that he would be exalted when it comes to award shows in a way that other Black rappers have not been. Y'all were like running to ignore our music, and then a white boy does it, and now y'all want to give him all of the Grammys and everything. And listen, at the end of the day, that's not shade to Eminem. And I think Coily Ray needs to, stop dick riding a bit and just sit back. If somebody asks you about that shit, then fine. But it looked like you just tweeted it. And I don't know why you're tweeting to contradict your dad when he actually is saying something very true right now. That is ridiculous. That's the dumbest shit for Eminem to get into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame before any of the people that he named. I'm sorry. I 100% agree that as much as Eminem is a great rapper, he is definitely on the top 10 list of greats for rap. Sure. But Nas, Eric B, Rakim, Kumo D, okay, EPMD, Fearless Four, Fat Boys, Lauryn Hill, Lil Kim, Outkast. Okay, like there's so many other people that were more talented, that had LL Cool J, that had better music, that was more instrumental in hip hop being forced to the forefront. By the time Eminem came along in the late 90s and early 2000s, this blueprint had already been laid out. Black people had already done all of the hard fucking work to get our videos and our music played in mainstream arenas. Okay. So the fact that he gets called before LL, before Run DMC, before, the Cool Mo D's, but like there's a whole bunch of them that should have been inducted way before. LL Cool J for sure. LL Cool J for fucking sure. Um, and Jay-Z just got inducted last year. Was LL inducted? Is Benzino lying about this and nobody else was entered? Let's see. Who else is in there? Let's see. Let's Google it, y'all. Okay. Rappers in Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Okay. Let's see. All right. Every rapper in the hip hop in the okay. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. Um so people earn their nominations. Should Eminem earn a place within Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2022? He joins a small group of rappers who have been honored with an induction. From 2021 inductees Jay-Z and LL Cool J to early rap pioneers in Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five. Here are all the rappers who have been inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Jay-Z. Jay-Z got inducted last year. LL got inducted last year. Okay. Biggie got inducted in 2020. Tupac got inducted in 2017. NWA got inducted in 2016. Public Enemy got inducted in 2013. So what the fuck is he talking about? Run DMC, according to Rock and Roll, Run DMC, which consists of members, the group was inducted in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2009 by Eminem. Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2007. So basically, we're saying is that you're lying. You're lying. You're lying. You're lying, Benzino. Do your research before you get up here all mad and shit. However, I do feel like there are a whole bunch of other people that probably should be on that list before Eminem. And I often feel like they exalt Eminem in a way that they don't to the other black, to the other black rappers. So Benzino's just trying to cause chaos, like y'all said. Benzino, it's not true. There are other rappers. Look, you guys, Tupac, okay? It's, my dead baby daddy. Notorious B.I.G., my favorite rapper of all time. LL Cool J, who I feel like to me is the most, when it comes to Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, I feel like him and Run DMC should have gotten it first because I feel like they absolutely. And Jay-Z is like, the highest when it comes to like albums being number ones, I think, right? Like all of his albums were number ones or some shit like that. He has most Grammys, I believe, for all the rappers. But either way, without Eminem, we wouldn't have 50 Cent. It's the other, is it that way? Because listen, I more so look at it as if there was no Dr. Dre, there'd be no Eminem. Like that's how I think about it. But I still, there's a level of this that I agree with about it, but it does seem like you're just mad that Eminem got in because you don't like Eminem. And you sitting up there naming people that's actually a part of it. Like, do your research next time, Benzino. Sitting up there being mad and shit. Okay. NWA's in there. Y'all, why is it NWA with no ice in this picture? That's disrespectful. Public Enemy. Y'all don't know why. Running for your life. For your wife. I'm gonna stop, y'all. Anyway, but yeah, y'all, Benzino being an agent of chaos with no neck, per use. Okay, per use. Either way, congratulations to Eminem and those people that are inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Koi, I do feel like you could have not. Like Koi could have not. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wish I would not. I just, Like it seems like, he's hard to deal with. Y'all, everybody knows that Eminem signed 50 Cent, but nobody, I don't care. Like, that's not a flex to me. DMX, yeah, like there are people that should be on there before Eminem. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care. Like, I do agree with Benzino about the fact that there are a few other people that I feel like should have gotten there before Eminem. I don't care. Like, I'm sorry. Everybody knows that Eminem brought in 50 Cent, but who the fuck cares? Like, do y'all value 50 Cent as a rapper that much? Like, I don't. I never really did like that. Like he got a few good songs, but mostly he's known for being a clown in Power. That's it. I don't really care beyond that. Y'all like going ham in the comments. He did. He made 50. 50. 50. Nobody cares. Fuck 50 Cent. I don't like fucking 50 Cent. I don't care. 50 Cent be loud and wrong all the time. Take a deep breath. Robin Dixon shuts down rumors that Giselle Bryant is dating Real Housewives of Atlanta Peter Thomas. Says the claims are not true. I don't know. Listen, first of all, I feel like Peter doesn't have enough money for Giselle. So even though physically she may be, he may be her type, okay? Ain't my type of hype, baby. Me and you is crazy cool. Yeah, let's all mine. You blow my mind. In fact, ain't my type of hype, baby. Ain't my type of hype. Oh, oh. That's what they give. That's what they give. It gives, he not her type of hype. Like, he look good, but do he have the church money? I don't know if he has the church money. Okay. So here's what they're saying on all about the TRH. What? I don't know. Anyway, word on the street is that Giselle Bryant is dating Real Housewives of Atlanta alum Peter Thomas. According to rumors, Giselle and Peter's romance is reportedly a storyline during season 7 of Real Housewives of Atlanta. Fans went nuts over this rumor. Peter was previously married to Real Housewives of Atlanta Cynthia Bailey. Oddly enough, Cynthia's former co-star Phaedra Parks dated Giselle's ex-husband Jamal Bryant. It's a lot of degrees, of separation, like Kevin Bacon. Peter just trying to get back on TV, and Giselle needs a storyline. One fan tweeted. A second fan shared Giselle thought Jamal embarrassed her. Just wait until she sees what Peter got in store for her ass. However, the reality rundown says Giselle's BFF Robin told them the rumors are in fact not true. Okay. I believe they did like a podcast together or something. They were all pictured together recently, I believe. I thought I had saved it somewhere, and I probably did, and then like forgot about it because like I low-key don't care about anything Giselle does. And probably the only reason I'm talking about this is because I watched Jamie's video that she posted of Candace on live. And Candace was like basically saying how Giselle is able to get paid more than anybody else on the show for doing absolutely nothing. Nothing, nothing, nothing. And so when this came about, I was like, oh my God, is this a way to give storyline? Is it a way to give storyline, Giselle? I don't know. We're going to wait for Real Housewives of Potomac to come back in order for us to really gauge that. But of course, Rob would know. Of course, Rob would know if they were really together. They're BFFs. Did y'all see this? The Encore is coming back for a second season. Girl, we love the Encore the first season. However, we want to know, is it going to come back with the same cast or will we have new cast members? Okay. It's what Reality Entertainment TV is saying. While on the Big Tigger morning show, Todd Tucker announced that BET Presents the Encore has been greenlit for a second season. The show is about former R&B group members and recording artists coming together to form a girl group and try to create an album within 30 days. After season 1, the only remaining members of Blueprint were Shamari DeVoe, Fallon and Felicia King, and Keely Williams. The group released a self-entitled EP and it reached number 1 on the R&B Soul iTunes charts and number 2 on iTunes Top 200 albums. Damn, they did good. I mean, it was a good album. There's no word on if the second season will include the season 1 cast or if it will be an entirely new one. Y'all know we went up for this show. Okay, we went up for this show. So I hope that they come back. And I can't wait to see. I cannot wait to see what they have in store for us. All right. So let's go ahead and move on to the Drake of it all. And then I'm going to end with Ray J again. Okay. But before we get into the Drake of it all, once again, there are 1,100 people in the room. Thank y'all so much for joining me on this Good Friday. I hope y'all are having a good day wherever you are. Make sure you like the video and let YouTube know you fucking with me. All right. So I wanted to get into the Drake of it all. Child, Drake got braids in and don't know how to act. Okay. Let me find the original story. Basically, some guy decided they wanted to troll Drake online. And so Drake decided to respond and go and follow his old lady. So let's see. Um, okay, I wanted to make sure this was the right post before I share my screen. All right, so imagine your son makes the league and he's Ja or Mello or Lonzo. All you can do is be elated and competitive and over supportive. And it's a rite of passage to that the OGs talk shit. And it's a rite of passage to I don't know. I know I'm gonna be this way, even if my son is in a Rubik's Cube competition. He's talking about, wanting to big his son up. All right. And then somebody commented, your son probably played with ghost writers. What is that? What? First of all, it's y'all, like it's a stupid comment. Like what is it supposed to do? Is it supposed to shade Drake on how he's not really writing any of his real music? Like, I mean, any of his own music? Like, what? Either way, like it was such a whack ass thing for Drake to pick out of all of the comments that were probably saying shit about the braids. But either way, um, Champagne Poppy then responded, I just followed your girl because she's probably miserable and needs some excitement in her life. And his girl is pretty. She's a digital creator. I hope this upped her profile. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, she posted this. Oh, hey, at Champagne Poppy. My husband at Steady Boo Yagram decides to be a troll, and now Champagne Poppy thinking I need excitement in my life. Oh my God, this is so embarrassing. I would curse my husband the fuck out. Like, why do you have me on social media and Drake is all in, like, why are you doing this? Anyway, she said to clear a few things up, I did not ask for any of this. If you actually know me, you know I am a very to myself individual. I did not make my husband troll anybody. Do y'all see how this goes straight to them blaming a woman? I did not make Drake start following me. I did not make y'all start commenting or following. Somehow it's your fault though, sis. All you was doing was looking cute on your Instagram, minding your fucking business. Your husband acting like a troll, and then Drake having time to be petty. And now somehow the woman that had nothing to do with this interaction becomes the problem. She says, I am not looking to be or hoping to be any celebrity. I know this was all because of a random comment between two grown men, not me. I am very aware this will blow over very fast, and I am very okay with that. I do not have a Twitter account. It's fake. I did not make a Reddit post. It's fake. I am very happy with my husband. Please don't get that confused. We have truly enjoyed this shit. It's been hilarious. Girl, you can act like it's been hilarious, but at the end of the day, the way people like to come up in your comments and say any old fucking thing about you, girl, please. I am a grown ass woman. Chill out with the angry, hateful messages. Okay, didn't I just say? I am unaffected, not responding, and you are wasting your time and energy sending them to me. You may be, not responding, but you ain't unaffected. I have people act like, oh, I'm completely unaffected. No, you're not. That's why you're saying something, because they're doing too fucking much. And honestly, I wish women, especially black women, would get online and burst into fucking tears when y'all do this shit to them. So somebody can make y'all feel bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like black women need to start, oh my God, why are y'all talking to me like this? Like, we need to start pulling that white woman card on y'all, since y'all think that, y'all can just handle us any old kind of way because Drake said he was going to follow her. Like, you hoes is crazy. And it must have been like a lot of women coming in her comments with the bullshit. But she says, I post about me, my family, my dog, my everyday life. If you like all that, welcome to my page. We happy, we always eat good, and we have fun. Y'all's narrative ain't it. Okay. She can lie and say, oh nah, fool really DM'd my wife. I'm here for you, ma. I hate Drake. I fucking hate Drake. Girl. Ooh. Do y'all know how hard it would be to ignore that? Have y'all seen some of the dates that Drake has taken bitches on? Like, I would never trade my husband in for Drake. Let me be very clear. But at the same time, you could get a really good swag bag out of it. I'm sure there's a really, really good swag bag with this. Yo. Yo. Look, I would have been like, send a bitch some steaks. Right quick, right. Hey, you know what I'm saying? You want to talk about you here for me? You here for me, Drake? All right, can you please post my page on your Instagram and give me some concert tickets and some backstage passes so my husband can come and, like, not fuck you up backstage? Listen. I probably would have folded on a boyfriend. Not gonna lie. I'm about to tell you, let a bitch have a boyfriend and feel like they're not gonna make it anyway. What's up, Drake? How you doing? Okay. Oh, Lord. Y'all. I ain't not wheelchair Jimmy. Yo, this shit is so messy. Nobody should have ever put them fucking braids in his hair. I'm telling y'all, you put cornrows in this biracial man's hair, and he do not know how the fuck to act. He don't know how to act. All right, y'all. Hold up. Let me see. Is there anything else that I want to talk to y'all about? Because I feel like I talked to y'all about the Ray J situation, right? And I told y'all how Ray J, okay, basically feels like he is tired of the games and the lies that the Kardashians are trying to promote. Okay. At the end of the day, okay, he said, I gave everything I had, okay, which is sex tape, pictures, text messages between the years of 2002 to 2009. Okay, I feel like, I don't know who Kim was with, but I feel like Kim must have been still talking to Ray J while she was like married to other people, which doesn't surprise me, but just saying, clocking the fact that there was a timeline of text after the sex tape in which she supposedly had moved on like Maya, but was still out here texting Ray J pictures. I don't know, girl. I don't know. Hold up, y'all. My mailman just pulled up, so I just want to see what he about to put in my mailbox. If I need to go down there and get it, I'm waiting on something. But yeah, y'all. Hold up. Okay. This is what Ray J had to say. I gave it to him in a private terminal at the back. Okay, that looked like something I need to go and get. Yeah, all right. I'm gonna have to go and get that. All right. So uh it was everything I felt could have been looked at negatively. It was my text messages with me and Kim over the years. It was a lot of different pictures we sent each other over the years after the sex tape. I was showing him these timelines. I'm like, so you were sending Kim dick pics and showing, and he's looking at it? That Kanye's like, his dick not bigger than mine. He thought that already. He probably has seen Ray J dick from so many different angles. Ray J said he agreed to the meeting only if it was kept private. He was shocked, appalled when when Kanye made it public in an interview in January. Ray J explained, I asked him to keep this private, father to father. I didn't want anyone to know that I did this because I was genuinely trying to make peace. All I wanted from him was for him to help clear my name. I can't keep being blackballed like this. Ray J expressed disappointment in Kanye, says he thought the two had a genuine moment and had an understanding. And I'm like, y'all got to stop thinking that these niggas is not crazy. Like, these niggas is crazy. And what I mean by that, if somebody is online showing you that they're volatile, they asses is volatile. Okay? They asses is volatile. All right? All right? What is this? Don't always like her lyrics, but glad to see someone has influential as Beyonce still wearing masks at time. Okay, 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 okay. I don't know. It was nothing. It was nothing. It was nothing. I just wanted to make sure. Child, not the Teflon bag looking like a toilet seat cover. I'm gonna let it go. Um, I'm trying to think. Was there anything else? Anything else? That's all I need. Yeah, y'all. That was basically it. That was basically all I wanted to talk about with y'all. Um, but yeah, the Ray J situation at the end of the day, I feel like Ray J and his old girl did it on camera, and the mama was like, we can turn this into a bag because we need the money. I absolutely feel like Kris Jenner was involved. I don't care what Kim is talking about. I don't even care to read Kim's responses to Ray J at the end of the day, because that's what I really that's what I was going to do. I was going to see about reading y'all Kim's response to him. But I don't see it. I don't see it. And honestly, at this point, I don't care. I don't care. You know why? Because this is old news. And last night when we talked about it on the Ooh Ladies First panel, I think it was Jamie that said this was all a ploy to get y'all interested in the Kardashians' new show that nobody cares about, because it's like, how long can we watch y'all do the same thing over and over and over and over again? Okay, like, it's just over and over again. So let's see. Okay, yeah. Nene. I did want to mention Nene before I go, because Nene has been doing the most. Lyrica is on Twitter talking about she wants another baby. Y'all send me, somebody at me, or send me those tweets somewhere, please, so I can get them. At me in the tweets, retweet the shit to me. Do something along those lines. Hold on right quick, y'all. I'm about to come back and talk about Nene, and then we're gonna go. Okay, sorry about that, y'all. So let's go ahead and get into Nene. I don't know, y'all. I have some things to do. So I don't know if I have time to do a call-in show this week. Um, That's why I was like, let me just get in here and do this Bondy Blue show and get out of here because I have some things to get done today. So I don't think I have time. Because y'all know how if I have y'all on here, I'm gonna be on here for a whole nother hour. So yeah, okay. So the Jasmine brand exclusively reports new details in the ongoing lawsuit filed by Nene Leakes against the Bravo network. In court documents obtained by the Jasmine brand, Real Housewives of Atlanta star Nene Leakes offers several instances to support her claims that the Bravo network cultivates a racially insensitive and segregated work environment. One notable moment that made the suit was when Ebony K. Williams, the only Real Housewives of New York black castmate, was at odds with her castmates. The suit says that back in November of last year, Ramona Singer, who is a vet white cast member of RHONY, allegedly stated, "This is why we shouldn't have black people on the show." Ramona Singer allegedly made the comment about newcomer Ebony K. Williams, despite Ebony filing an internal complaint with the network. According to Nene's lawsuit, Bravo did nothing to punish Ramona's comments. Instead, the lawsuit alleges Bravo continued to reward the reality star, giving her more TV time in the spinoff series. In May 2021, Ebony K. Williams was introduced as Real Housewife of New York's first black housewife. Williams soon observed and reported racially offensive conduct and or statements by longtime white housewife Ramona Singer. Public reports suggest that Singer had made racially inappropriate remarks about black people, including stating, "This is why we shouldn't have black people on the show." Despite the allegations made against Singer, at least some of which were reportedly corroborated by the internal investigation and confirmed by another housewife in addition to Williams. NBC and Bravo continued thereafter to reward Singer. Indeed, NBC and Bravo chose to employ Singer as one of the 7 housewives in its premiere season of The Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip. According to legal documents obtained by the Jasmine brand, RHONY cast member Heather Thompson claims that to have heard Ramona make the comment. However, the suit says that Bravo claimed they could not corroborate Ebony's allegations and nothing came of the complaint. Reportedly, Williams lodged an internal complaint alleging racially offensive behavior by Singer in the summer of 2021, and reportedly, the internal investigation corroborated allegations made in December 2020 by another crew member, but supposedly not those made by Williams. The claim that the investigation did not substantiate the allegations made by Williams is curious. Housewife Heather Thompson has publicly stated, "I was there and heard Ramona say that, and I freaked out." Thus, a proper investigation should have been able to corroborate the allegations made by Williams. So, as previously reported, Nene, is suing them for all these years, and I'm like, how is it that she can cite someone else's situation in her lawsuit? Like, I don't know. However, if she can prove it, it's the same thing that I felt with Black China. I can feel like you're wasting your time, but I also can feel like if you can get something, because at the end of the day, you might be having a temper tantrum, but that doesn't mean there's no validity to what she's saying. We all have seen them treat the housewives differently. We just were talking about how Real Housewives of Atlanta had to pay for their own promo. Not because they didn't give them promo, but because the promo wasn't adequate for where they are for 14 seasons consecutively of a show. Unlike your other franchises that haven't been on that long, and if they have been on, they have been canceled and brought back and all of that shit. It's an absolute pattern of racial bias. Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's why I feel like, she has a chance. Did you talk about Marceau? No, I did not talk about Marceau. I'll save that for weekends on OWN. There should be a new episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville coming on this weekend. So I'll save all of that Love and Marriage Huntsville foolishness for that video. And y'all can call in and talk about that when I do that video. Probably if it's not, I don't know, because y'all know Sunday is Mother's Day. So, I have plans, of course, with my mother. And the way we be liking to drink all day, child, I may not make it back up here on Sunday. So weekends on OWN might be a Monday thing this week. The ATL wives carry Bravo on their backs and get the least respect. Yeah, like most hostile work environments where Black people reside. It's what a lot of us deal with when we work in corporate America. doing the, the brunts of the work and not really getting any recognition or being treated like, like, because that if you were white, you'd be treated much better. That they would go above and beyond for you if you had the type of work ethic as a white person that you have as a black person. And they they always act like, like they don't see it, even though they know what it is. They notice these things, but they don't want to talk about it. What about Ari and Oshun in the club hookah lounge? Child, I don't feel no ways about that girl having that baby in a club. You know why? Because it seemed like, you get all upset and then you find out that it was a party that they rented the club out for. You know what I'm saying? And the baby was just running around being a baby while she was twerking her ass all over the place, which, seems like what they would do anywhere. So, it's no different from what they do anywhere else. Okay. Nene was the golden child until she wasn't. But see, this is where putting other people's um putting other people's wants and needs ahead of your own. Um and this is what I mean by that, because I say that and it sounds like somebody's making a sacrifice, and that's not really what it is. Nene was okay with the mistreatment as long as she was benefiting from the situation. As long as she was, a head Negro woman in charge, then it was all well and good. And that's a part of this that a lot of us are having a problem with, is that now you want to lift up, black women on your back and say, I'm defending us, when the truth of the matter is your actions in life have shown us that you really don't like black women like that. You see yourself in competition with them until you need them. You likened yourself and rubbed elbows with the gay white men, and those were your people. Remember when they were fetishizing you and, oh my God, Nene is so fantastic. When they were giving you all of that energy and bigging you up and making you feel big about yourself, you look down on the other black housewives. You look down on them because those white boys were putting you on a pedestal. And now that those white boys have dropped your ass off that pedestal, now you want to come back to black women and ask us to, listen to the dog whistle of joining up to talk about how racially insensitive and unbalanced Bravo is, as if we have not been seeing and saying that shit for years now. It's not new. And you were fine with it when you were the poster child for Bravo, sitting next to Andy talking bad about which wives deserved to be on the show and all of that shit. So ultimately, like, a lot of my feelings for Nene are, if you can get a bag, great, because then people did do you dirty. But ultimately, you have a shitty attitude, and that's why you don't have other women to back you up in this situation. I am tired of every day that I get up on here on social media to do my fucking job, I have to see another story about Nene playing victim with Bravo. At the end of the day, I do not think that she's actually going to win anything against them, because they have more money, more lawyers, and she has probably signed away a lot of the rights that she would have had to complain about these things, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? And I think that Nene has done so much behind the scenes that people would be able to use against her, that I almost feel like this is an angry person not knowing when to walk away, not knowing when to let something go. And I feel like she needs to let this go. You need to let it go. Move on. Do something else. Recreate yourself. Like, to me, I feel like Nene should have been, instead of, finding the next African to make famous, she should have been trying to get into therapy and find herself and, take some time alone and figure out who she is and what she wants to do in this next phase of her life, and create something from that and use that to propel you forward, versus what I see you doing now, which is clinging on to the past in the most pathetic way. Thank you, Dr. Payne. That's for the super sticker. I appreciate you. I'm glad Mariah is suing. Hey, if they can get their bag out of Bravo for their, mishandling of them, that's fine. But at the end of the day, as a woman, I feel like in order to protect your peace, you need to learn when it's time to let things go and move on and pick up something else and let that burden go, let it down. And trying to sue them and get more out of them than you're probably going to be able to get. I don't know what the point is, because you're not going to work with them after you sue them. Is it for money? Because you're gonna waste more money when it comes to the lawyer's fees. So I just kind of feel like this is a waste of money, a waste of time, a waste of your spirit, a waste of your energy. And you really should be putting it towards yourself and figuring out what you want to do and how to, come up out of whatever this situation that you in. Because obviously you're in something, some type of cloud that makes you want to keep going back to fight with Bravo because you're not getting back on the show. Do something else. I'm gonna keep saying it. Because listen, I'm about to retire her because I'm tired of coming up here every fucking day to talk about a new aspect of you complaining about Bravo instead of you doing something else with your life. Like getting you a Lenithia's lounge with more room and better parking, closer to the city. Work on that. Okay. But anyway, y'all, that's all I got for y'all. I love you guys. I hope y'all enjoyed the show today. Make sure y'all like the video on y'all way out. Tell y'all people about me and look for me, tomorrow because I'll be back tomorrow, hopefully for marriage boot camp and love after lockup. All right. Y'all have a